Starting pitching continuing to plague the Dodgers again. Shohei one shy of a Dodger record. Pitching injury update. Who's coming back and when are they coming back? State of the Dodgers, how they doing so far. We're going to get all into that and more. This is Dodgers Digest. Starting pitching continues to plague the Dodgers. Remember what I said yesterday? If you saw the show yesterday, I was talking about we had two strong starts. Walker Buehler has a great game. Yamamoto has a great game. We win those. We split the series in Atlanta. Things are going good. Feeling good about the Dodgers. And then you see glaring at you the man who's going to make the start, and that's Bobby Miller. And the dude's got velocity. He can pitch. But what is going on with Bobby Miller? He is a young guy, and I told you so yesterday that it did not look good, right? And Brad Stradamus was right again. Brad said it would be like this, man. Okay, so what's going on? The dude throws over 100 miles an hour. He's got a changeup. He's got a fastball. Why isn't it working? To me, you know what I started thinking about? Is he tipping his pitches? Is he showing in something in his mechanics that he's going to throw a changeup? Is he showing something in his mechanics that he's going to throw a fastball? I mean, no one's even discussed that possibility. But, I mean, at this point, I'm wondering. Not good. Took the loss yesterday. Tough loss against a last-place team. But have no fear. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. I just said it a couple seconds ago. You just got to win the series, okay? You just got to win the series. And like I said yesterday, you got 3 games against the last-place Miami team. You need to win 2 of them, okay? You needed to win 2 in Atlanta to split the series, and you did that. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to take care of business. But Bobby Miller, I do not know what's going on, man. Hey, hit the sub button right there. Subscribe. We're at, 707 now. Trying to approach that 1,000 mark if you're in now. Hey, I love the percentages, too. 31.9 now are subscribers that watch the content. And that's come up big time. So you guys are learning. You know what's going on. Mike Nelson and I bringing it to you. Okay. Well, I was doing a little surfing of the web, and I came across an article from Dodgers Way. And Dodgers Way is claiming that they have a pretty good idea of the starting rotation for the postseason for the Dodgers. What do you think of this? Dodgers postseason rotation prediction, according to Dodgers Way. Yamamoto, the number 1 spot. Flaherty, the number 2. Buehler, with his last 2 solid games, the number 3 spot. And Knack, who's pitching tonight, would be that number 4 spot. What do you think? Let's hear it in the comments below on that one. What's your prediction for the postseason? That's what Dodger Way thinks. And I feel like Knack tonight has a chance to really try to earn that 4th spot. Think about it. You come out and you do good and you put one together and you have a good game and the Dodgers take a win. Roberts is writing that down. He's marking things off in the little book that he's got. Like, Knack did this. I'm watching this. All right? So, there you go. I think it's a pretty good call. I like it. And I would like to see Bobby Miller as part of that equation, but he is running out of time. I wonder if he's even going to get another start. Depends on how close San Diego is, because that's a whole nother option or a whole nother thing going on too as well. All right, it's time for Shohei Watch. Yep, the quest for MLB's first 50-50 season. Is Shohei going to be the guy to do it? Is he going to be the guy to do it? Kind of interesting. Let's look at what some of the other guys have done so far. I mean, the 2-run home run helps him, brings him within 2 there. But there you see him on the top right there. All right? So, 48-48. Just needs 2. How many games left? 11. You need 2 home runs in 11 games. So, basically a home run every 5 games. And you're good to go. But, keep this in mind, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. You want to get the home run total out of the way. You need 1 more, and you need it soon. Because if you're just waiting for 1, any pitcher can have a mess up, a screw up, an F up, and throw a bad pitch, and you can put it out of the park. And that would be the number 5-0. So the sooner he gets to 49 for Shohei, I think that's awesome. I think that'll do it. And maybe getting both tonight I think that would be his 13th game where he'd had a home run and stolen base if he got one tonight. So 48, 48, that's the number for Shohei. Look at Acuna Jr. like last year. 73 stolen bases. Man, he was on one. 73 stolen bases. I mean, 41 home runs. You kind of scoff at that. But the one thing about Shohei's number, though, 48, right? He's one shy of the Dodger record. You know who holds that? Mr. Sean Green. Yep, Sean Green holds the Dodger record. I used to work for the Dodgers as a DJ back in the day when Green was on the team. I played many a home run song for him when he left the yard. And Sean Green holds the record. That's why you want to see Ohtani just go to 5-0, because just by going to 5-0, first of all, that's never been done 50-50. And then also it's a complete Dodger record. You're not sharing it with anyone. So he's just one behind. He's one behind Green. I think Adrian Beltre had 48 as well. I think that was his number too as well. So there you go. Can he do it? Shohei's on one, hit one, 2-1 home run last night. It was pretty awesome to see him knock one out, you know. But look, we talk about a lot of bad news with the Dodgers, and sometimes I think that we need some sort of good news with the Dodgers. Let's look at some injury updates and see what's going on right now. Here we go. You got to feel for Anthony Banda. He punched a solid object. Man. He's at the spring training facility. He's in Arizona, and they're still optimistic that he can return, because I guess it's just a hairline fracture. But, man, that's got to be eating the dude alive. You punch something out of frustration, and that takes you out. Oh, that is painful. So you know that he is hungry to come back, and love to have him for the postseason. Gavin Stone, going to have a big week. He's scheduled to play catch out here out in Miami. And this will be the first time since he got shut down, too, as well. He's much better indication. They'll have much better indication of if he's ready after playing catch. So we'll see how that goes. Chance to return this season, postseason for Gavin Stone, yes. The door is still open for that. But it also depends on how the catch goes this week. Can you imagine? Playing catch determines so much. Joe Kelly should be back with the team some week. He's been in OKC doing his thing there, and we could use him out of the bullpen for sure. So good to see that. There's injury updates right now, and we're talking about having some good news. Look, if there's one thing we can take back from this or take from this last few days of Dodger baseball, is the Buehler and Yamamoto 1-2 punch with that win. Dropping the first two games of the series against Atlanta, finding out that Glasnow was out for the season. We desperately needed the positives from the starting rotation. And Buehler, who's on the verge of being like, dude, you're done, man. You're going to OKC, comes out and just says, what? No, I'm not. I want a spot. Right now, he's looking good for the postseason. He has another good start. And, dude, write him in. And Yamamoto also coming back and having a good one, too, as well. So those two guys, it's happy that we got two right now. Is it going to be Flaherty? Is it going to be Knack for the other two? Well, Knack will have a chance to bid his case for it tonight. So, all right, let's check what's going on in the National League West right now. That is what we're looking at. 89-62. San Diego with the loss, and us with the loss. That was huge that San Diego lost. It's kind of fun this time of year that when your team is done playing for the day and then you're rooting for another team to lose. Like, I'll watch a San Diego Padre game rooting for them to lose. Like, if it's on, if the Dodgers aren't on anymore and that game's already been determined, I will definitely go over and watch that. Same with an Arizona game. If Arizona's playing somebody, I'm rooting for them to lose. So it's the first time you start rooting for another team that's playing them. Like, and right now, we need San Diego to lose. And here's why we need San Diego to lose. They own us on the tiebreaker. They own us in the season series. So if we were to tie with San Diego, they would get the win. So no matter what, those 3.5 games become important when we face them on the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th when San Diego comes into town. So that is what's going on right there. Slim pickings, 3.5 with 11 games left in the season, 5 road games, 6 home games. But here it is. You look at there's 11 games. 8 of those 11 are against last place teams. So if you're the Dodgers, you got to win the games you're supposed to win, and those are the games you're supposed to win. 8 out of 11. So you pretty much control your destiny. If you take all 8 of those out of those last place teams, there you go. That's 3 losses right there. That still wins you the division. Okay? But you don't want to make it that close, especially when we face the Padres for 3. You don't want them to be within grasp. Like, what if it was 2.5 games and we face them for 3? Right? We don't want that. All right. Time for the viewer email. We do get viewer mail from time to time on some of the things that we do on the shows that Mike Nelson and I do here. And love getting email, love getting the viewer mail. And we got one from someone that I just had to post. And I told him, I gave him a warning, like, man, I've got to post this reaction. And it's good. All right. So Quintessence says, does anyone else think Brad resembles that Minions cartoon character? Brad J equals Minion, especially with those big glasses. All right, Quintessence. I like that. First of all, I love it. All right. So then I started thinking to myself, well, that's great. I'll put this message up on the board the next day, and I'll have some fun with it. And then I was starting to wonder, well, maybe do I really look like that dude? Right? So let's take a look. You compare. You tell me, do I look like a Minion with these big glasses? Watch. That guy right there. Is that it? Do I look like a Minion? Thanks, Quintessence. Appreciate getting your chiming in. I guess I kind of do. I was kind of going with that whole late 70s NBA player vibe, but there you go. All right, that's going to do it, Dodgers Digest. Hit the subscribe button. Love to hear from you. Always make sure that you're involved. Mike Nelson and I always putting out fresh content as the Dodgers approach the World Series. 11 games left in the season. That's going to do it, Dodgers Digest. I'm Brad J. And always remember to think blue.